How to talk about death in English. Phrases for condolences and funerals. Hello and welcome to English Speaking 360. I didn't post a video last week because something happened in my family. My father died. Yes, it's true and it's very sad, but today I want to teach you something very useful. Death is a very sensitive topic, so it is important to use the right expressions. In this video, you will learn keywords. You will also learn euphemisms for death, what to say at funerals, and very important, what not to say. Let's get started. 3 keywords you need to master. The first one is to die. To die is a verb. Here's a basic example. My father died. That's what I said at the beginning. Or you could say my father died last week. So very often when we use the verb to die, we also use a time expression to show when it happened. Dead is an adjective. My father is dead. Be careful here because dead is almost always together with the verb to be. You cannot say my father dead. It doesn't work. My father is dead. And with the adjective, you shouldn't add a time expression. You cannot say my father is dead last week. It doesn't work. It is just my father is dead. It is the final result. Death is a noun. My father's death was a surprise. In this case, you need the possessive. So my father's death, the death of my father, his death was a surprise. Don't mix them up because if you do, people will know that your English is not so good. Key euphemisms. Now, you probably wonder what a euphemism is. A euphemism is a soft way to say something. So there are many soft ways to say that someone died. We don't always say, my father died. It's a little strong. Normally, people would say, I lost my father last week. I didn't lose him at the shopping mall. I lost him. It means he died. My mother passed away a few months ago. It means my mother died a few months ago. My brother is gone. That's another way to say my brother is dead. My sister is not with us anymore. My sister is dead. And one last useful euphemism, my grandmother left us 5 years ago. She left us. She left this world. So my grandmother died 5 years ago. So make sure you know these euphemisms because people usually use them instead of saying, my father died. The most important condolence expressions. Here are words of sympathy to say after someone dies. The first expression that you must know is, I'm sorry for your loss. This is the most useful expression. If you remember only one thing from this video, remember this one. You can also add so. I'm so sorry for your loss. It makes it even more meaningful, even more powerful. I'm sorry about your father. I'm so sorry about your father. I'm sorry to hear about your mother. It means I'm sorry to hear that your mother passed away. My condolences. This is more formal. My deepest condolences. And very often you will see this in writing, but some people do say it at funerals, so you should remember it. If you knew the person who died, you can add a personal comment. For example, he was such a wonderful person. He was always ready to help everyone. I will miss him so much. And I'll always remember him. That adds a very personal touch to your condolences. Many people also offer to help. For example, I'm here for you. It means whatever you need, you can ask me. I'm here if you need anything. If you want to talk, give me a call. Let me know if there's anything I can do. So these are just statements, but they are also offers to help. You can also ask a question. Is there anything I can do to help? Maybe the person needs some kind of help because there is so much to do after a funeral. Let's put it all together. Offering condolences. First, I'm so sorry for your loss. He was such a wonderful person. I'm here for you. If you want to talk, give me a call. So this is a very good message that you could send by text message, for example, or you could actually say this to one of your friends who has lost a loved one. Josh, how should we respond to condolences? That's a great question. How to respond? Here it is. Responding to condolences is very simple. First, thank you. That is the most basic way to respond because very often people don't have much to say. You can also say, thank you, I really appreciate that. Or, thank you, that means a lot to me. Or you could shorten it to, that means a lot. Those are great ways to respond when someone offers their condolences. Josh, is there anything we should not say? Yes, there are many things you shouldn't say, so don't say this. First, I know how you feel. That can be a little rude because you don't really know how the person feels. Everything happens for a reason. So you're basically saying that the person died because of a specific reason. It's not very kind. At least he lived a long life. Sometimes you hear this at funerals for older people, but that's not very kind. He could have lived even longer. And finally, he's in a better place. So some people believe in heaven, some people don't. So you have to be careful with this one because maybe the person doesn't believe in a better place after death. Instead of these insensitive comments, you could say this. I can only imagine how difficult this must be. I can only imagine. I don't know how you feel. I can only imagine how hard this is for you. Here's another one, a little similar. I can't imagine how difficult this must be. I can't even imagine how hard this situation is for you. These two sentences are super kind, and you will not be rude to anyone if you use them. Josh, is it okay to ask how the person died? You may ask tactfully, and that is very important. So do not say, how did he die? You're going to look super nosy, and you're going to sound like you're trying to get some information to spread some gossip. So don't say that. Instead, there are softer ways to ask how the person died. Here's one. What happened? What happened is the common way to ask. If you want something even nicer, if you don't mind me asking, what happened? If you don't mind me asking, that is a very kind way of asking for more information. Was he sick? Many people ask that at a funeral because they're very surprised that the person has died and they say, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Was he sick? Because very often people are sick and they die. It's a common way to ask for the cause of death. Here's another way. Did he have an accident? Because he was not so old. He was pretty young and suddenly he died. Was it an accident? These are all common ways to ask for more information, but probably the most common one is what happened, or if you don't mind me asking, what happened? Here's how to talk about the cause of death. If someone in your family passed away, you can use these expressions to talk about the cause of death. Die of is used with an illness or a disease. That is very common. It's a common pattern. For example, he died of cancer. He died of a heart attack. Die from, however, is plus a cause or an injury. For example, he died from blood loss, or he died from heat stroke. Die in plus an accident. For example, he died in a car accident. That's very common. He died in a fire. Let's put it all together now. Here's a dialogue that could happen between two friends. I lost my father last week. I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't imagine how difficult this must be. Yeah, it's hard. If you don't mind me asking, what happened? He died of pancreatic cancer. Oh, so sorry to hear that. I'm here if you need anything. Thank you, that means a lot. That's a perfect way to offer your condolences. I hope you learned a lot today. These are very difficult expressions in English. If you need more practice, go to my website. It's 100% free. And on the right-hand side, there are 2 excellent videos for you. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.